Welcome to part three of a four-part series, Five Things That Most Attorneys Don't Know About Paralegals, even though they work with them every day. The first one I want to talk about is real. It's something that has happened to me, and it's paralegal burnout is real, but often it's preventable. So a lot of times paralegals will take on more and more because we love helping attorneys and we love helping our firms and our clients and seeing great results. But a lot of times we're assigned an ungodly amount of tasks. And we want to get them all done. We have great intention, but we end up working a lot of hours just like you guys do. And um, it's totally preventable. If you plan accordingly to your workload and your caseload, you can easily avoid burnout by having extra support. It never hurts having extra support, especially if you're considering, like this is vacation season or holiday season, and people are going to be out. It's better to have a little bit extra workflow or workforce than it is to burn out your staff. Having unrealistic deadlines and treating your paralegals like their assistants is another way. Not properly compensating your paralegals is another way that they pushes them towards burnout. Lack of recognition. This is a big one. A lot of times at law firms, I've been at firms before, and the attorneys who turn out a good result will oftentimes get all of the credit when a paralegal may have really sat with them and handled a lot of the burden of the task. Um, so, next is going to be number 12. Paralegals often train the rest of the legal team. Now, this one is a big one. So, this is particularly when you have either someone that came from a large firm that had a lot of staff, or I'm talking about an attorney, or an attorney that's a newer attorney. A lot of times, attorneys don't always know all the things that need to happen to get a job done, and paralegals have a lot of functional knowledge. The way that you would approach a task as just a human being, a legal task, or just accommodating a legal task as just a human being is totally different than how you actually need to think about it and how you actually need to approach it. Even in the what we need to discern, what details we need to discern in order to get the job done, it's very different than what you would actually think. And the functional knowledge of where to look, where to go, um, where things are within your organization, how certain courts operate, these are biggies. And this is what you're paying for when you pay for an experienced paralegal. You are paying for all the functional knowledge. And a lot of times they share that knowledge because we are always willing to help other people. Number 13, paralegals, and this is along the same line, paralegals are knowledge repositories. They often know more about rules, judges' preferences, e-filing quirks, client histories, and and the like than the attorneys do. So it's important that you keep your staff happy and you keep them consistent if you can, and don't have a lot of turnover because that, again, functional knowledge is instrumental in getting things done efficiently. I can't stress that any more than I have. Number 14, freelance paralegals can't work directly with the public. We talked about this a little bit before. Um, so because there are paralegals out there who help people with work, with their legal tasks, like the plaintiffs, like a pro se litigant or something like that, or a family law party to an action. Um, it's often thought that paralegals can just directly take clients. Well, we can't give legal advice like you guys can, of course. And what you're actually seeing is a legal document assistant. So that person has a specific license from the state or the county that allows them to help with document preparation. And what that looks like and what that really means is they can administratively type up a form. It does not mean that they are saying, well, this is how you need to go over. Like I was talking about the sharing of the knowledge. That's not how it's supposed to be with a LDA or a paralegal that helps parties directly. That's not the arrangement. One of the reasons I personally don't work with pro se litigants is for that reason. It's very easy for them to ask you a question and you to answer it, and that to be read as the unlawful practice of law. And not all attorneys know that. I know some do, but not all attorneys know that. Again, especially because they ask occasionally for staff to do things that could be along the same lines. And number 15, paralegals are a recruiting and retention edge. And what I thought that said also, and I should probably mention this is very important, is that paralegals are recruited heavily. Um, have been a paralegal for over 15 years now, and I will say that, well, paralegal for over almost 15 years. And I will say that the amount of text messages, emails, LinkedIn DMs that I get offering or just telling me about their roles that are open, it's a lot of roles that come across. A good paralegal is going to be heavily recruited. And so treat your people right and they will stick with you. Be fair. Don't overload them. Don't let them burn out. But they also can be a great tool to keep your other staff in the firm. Your attorneys don't want to burn out, and having them available to help with legal tasks is very important. And keeping your legal assistants or secretaries or receptionists from having to try to stretch their skill set to meet that level is going to help you with that retention as well. Um, I'm going to read what I have here. Firms that treat paralegals as skilled professionals, not overhead, are more attractive to top legal talent, including associates. So you take that as what it is. And that's all I got for you today. And I'll see you for part 2.